Team, I tell you, it is rough. If it wasn't because I told my daughter, I promise you, I'd get a cigarette or a pen or something. Yeah, I tell you, I would smoke. But yeah, I hear temptation and whatnot, right? So again, I go to the range. I go to the range, and it was only $30. And what I just found out is when you shoot 22s, it's $5 per 100. So I could have been bringing 100 stacks and instead of just 50s. And I guess they haven't been charging me. Well, the lady hasn't been charging me. So praise the Lord, because it's like, yeah, that's some wild work. And man, so I'm going to the range, right? And it's like, oh man, like it's the same thing. What is going on? Like I kind of want to change ranges, but I know the people that work there, I know they're red. So it's kind of like, and it's funny because it's like they are happy to see me. They are like super happy because I tell you, once yeah, man, it's really weird. It's really weird, But today I seen some red in there. I seen some Republicans, but it's like, why is it the last two times I went to the range, they're left in there, bro? Like I'm not even being funny. I've never seen a dude with boobs that weren't his go in there. Never. Like people say whatever they want, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that's not the group that be in there. And then it's like it's awkward, bro. It's awkward. It's so awkward. Oh, you got everything tinted out, bro. You're surprised you don't be getting pulled over, G. But it doesn't make sense to me because it's like, you know, oh, yeah, I'm tired. It doesn't make sense because where did all the red go? What happened? Like what happened? And it's not the day. I don't believe it's the day. It's like they're just like out here like every weekend, and there was something, I forgot what it was called, but it was like something boots, right? And it's like, is this something we truly have to worry about? Is that a is that an issue? Is that a something? Because I tell you, people aren't taking things serious about nothing, and people aren't seeking the Lord, and they're not having the understanding, right? So when you take into consideration the end of the world, when you just talk about revelations, but when you talk about the things that lead up to the end of the world, the Bible says it will be like the time of Noah. I don't know if y'all remember. I'm pretty sure it was Lot. Don't quote me though. You know, I don't know if I'm right, but the angels came down, right? Or the angel, and was at the door and was like inside the house, and Lot was trying to keep everybody out of the house because they wanted to rape the angel. This is the thing. So, with that being said, we have all this perversion in like all these places. Because to me, the gun range was a safe place. I don't care what you're talking about. A gun range to me is a safe place. Everybody there has guns. They are normally right in the head. Yeah, I gotta watch what I say. This is why I be getting in trouble by YouTube. But I tell you, there's a lot of odd things, man, that be happening, and I've never seen so much left going to a gun range, and then it's like they throw the energy off. It's not because of what they look like or anything like that. Because I mean, look at me going to a gun range. I look like a criminal or a thug. I look like a person that would not be going to a gun range. That's what I look like. I damn near look homeless. But it don't matter. It don't matter because if you know, you know. Hey. Walk around with like 4 guns, G. And like 500 rounds. But anyways, besides that, it's like why it just baffles me why they go and then they throw the energy off so much because they're just shooting. Like they're just shooting. They're not talking to each other. They're not trying to help each other out with their shot. They're not asking, how can I get better? They're not asking, what are you shooting? This one has a little bit too much kick or it doesn't have enough kick. And y'all are just at the range shooting. Like you guys aren't talking or nothing. It's so weird to me. Like, and that's why I'd be saying like it's not a left or a right thing. It's the way people think. That's what it is. It's the way people think. I don't care what people are talking about. If you are far left, bro, you think different. You are cut different, bro. We are not cut of the same flag, bro. Like, not at all. Not at all. I'm part of that America. I'm part of that American. Y'all something else. And like, and that's another thing too. Like, we just look at the extremeness of everything, and how it's always a. This is what blows my mind. If somebody was to say, "Oh, we want to do something to Biden, right? We want to do something to what's her name, Kamala," it would be crazy. People would be flipping out. But people could say that they want to smoke Trump. It's crazy. How are you allowed to say this? You shouldn't be able to say that about nobody. Nobody. That's like jail time, like a lot of jail. Shouldn't be able to talk about none of that. And like openly talk about it. You can't do that. I mean, I can understand if you're in your house and you're just kind of venting, but to say you hope a president gets smoked is crazy. Like no matter how you cut it, that's wild. This whole time shooting, there might have been like three Republicans, maybe. Cause I know the old white dude that I was next to, he for sure was red. It was funny because we were shooting right. Hey, everything straight center mass, like, and he was shooting something big. I think he was shooting a 4.5. And we're shooting at kind of like the same range. My first shots were terrible. I'll tell you. Yo, and then the old dude started shooting everything just straight center mass, like not missing nothing. And I'm like, who? But I know mine's my ammo. That gun does not like PMC. It doesn't. It likes Blazer and Lawman. It really likes Lawman. It don't like nothing else. Lawman is the ticket. But yeah, it's a whole weird situation. And then I mean, just having conversations with those guys, you know what I'm saying? We're just a regular person asking what he shoots and stuff like that. It just because you're shooting next to a wall, it's awkward that you don't talk to people at the range. It's weird. It's weird when it's just silence and people just shooting. It's weird. I don't care what nobody's talking about. Nah. If you go to a range and you don't hear people talking, it's awkward. It's weird. And then you're talking about a whole bunch of people from the left. It's concerning because y'all ain't been shooting no guns. And then when you go to a range, you're just silent shooting, bro. It's like y'all are robots or something. Or, I don't know. I believe in possession and things like that. I be feeling like a lot of people are just, they just got devils in them. You know, I be thinking that. I'd be like, why don't you think right? I mean, you ain't got to think like me, but why don't you think right? And that's what I'm saying. I be getting flagged on YouTube. YouTube be flagging me. And it's like, where's freedom of speech? Like, why can't I say what I want to say? I'm not saying nothing crazy. I'm just calling things for how I see them fit, you know? But yeah, I'll tell you, man, my aim is getting crazy. Especially my little 22, my little cowboy 22, man, shoot, hot dog. I need to get a designated 9 though. That's what I need. Before 114 hits, I need to get a 9. I think I'm just gonna get a dagger. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think I'm gonna do. But I don't know, cause then they gotta order. I gotta order it and all that shit. I don't know if it's gonna make it in time. I don't know. It's ugly work. I can't believe 114 even. What is that? Retouch? I don't know what that is. I don't want to retouch nothing. But yeah, I don't know why they brought back 114. Like that's all that's gonna do is make things complicated. Yeah. Like where do you see that going? Do you honestly think criminals are gonna stop having guns? Is that what you guys are going for? So I'll tell you what's gonna happen, and this is the only thing that's gonna happen, is you're gonna take regular citizens and say that they can't have some, and then you're just gonna make like thousands upon thousands of criminals, because ain't nobody giving up nothing. They not. You might have a handful of like old ladies or something. Like, oh, my son gave me this back in '87. But I mean, besides that, ain't nobody giving nothing up. Check this out, man. I didn't think I could even have guns because I got in trouble in like 2011, 2012. Now that I can have guns, man, I was on a spree. I was buying everything. Yeah, I'm not giving up nothing. Yeah, I be trying to tell y'all to get like get a mountain of mags, because if you don't and you can't get mags, then what? Then you're gonna be screwed. Like I got mags for like some generations, as long as they're not messing around and messing stuff up. I got magazines for generations. That's what I was doing. That's what I was doing today. I got two 30 round Glock mags for a 9, so I didn't change my ejector. I didn't change the ejector, so the ejector is still for the 40 and it's not for the 9. So when I change the slide into a 9, so I take a 40 and turn it into a 9. I take a 22 and make it into a 17. After the second shot, normally it'll jam. I was purposely doing that so I could practice taking the mag out, clearing the chamber, putting it back in, and continue shooting. I mean, I only did that for a box, but it's habit and it's routine. That's the thing. You gotta practice. Not mishaps, but jams and clearing and stuff like that. Because if you don't, I'll tell you, when I got in trouble, right? So it was the incident. It was the incident that happened in my life, and the gun jammed at the second shot. I didn't try to clear it. I didn't do nothing. I looked at my gun, because my gun is never jammed. Never. But that's why you need to practice it, because back then I was kind of still in the world. Wasn't on what I'm on now. Like now I'm on like some protect my family and protect the state type stuff. Folks don't be understanding. Like And then it goes deeper. Like when it comes to 114, like it goes so much deeper because you have all these immigrants, right, that came in, legal or illegal. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which one. You got all these illegal people here, and you're trying to stop the guns, right? Or you're trying to do something with the guns. It doesn't matter what it is, but you're trying to make it complicated and difficult. So say you do that, right? And say we have an invasion from the inside. So we're supposed to be the militia. That's what we're supposed to be. Every able body, like every able body is supposed to be able to fight. So say we get invaded by anybody, doesn't matter. All the people that snuck in the last 6 years, say they just start doing stuff. So us as Americans, every able-bodied man is supposed to defend their land. And not even just their land, everything. We're supposed to defend everything. And that's what people aren't. That's what people aren't understanding. Is how are we supposed to defend our homeland if we're having restrictions on guns and magazines and all these things? We can't. We can't. So they want us to accept these rules, but we can't. And that's what I'm saying. Like it's almost like always like a sacrifice. And it's like, like Babylon and all these things. Like yeah, and Babylon is America, G. Like I don't know what people be stuck at, where confused at, but I mean, yeah. Where, and then it goes deeper too. It always goes deeper. So there was supposed to have been some like bomb material that went somewhere in the United States floating around. Everybody forgot about the nuclear material that went float. That's just gone. And then there was all these drones, right? It was like 1 million drones just kind of floating around. So everybody was worried about the drones. The drones they're not a big deal. The drones aren't a big deal. What happened to that bomb material? That's it. What happened to that? We ain't talking about it no more. But what I do be feeling like, I be feeling like they do the 114 and they do these gun scares. Because at first, what I really thought when they first started talking about it, I thought 114 was just like they were doing like some reverse psychology. So they were like, we're gonna take your guns and we're gonna take your magazines and blah blah blah. So I thought that was like to scare everybody into buying them. So once things did happen, people already had their magazines and stuff like that. That's what I thought. Well, no, that was the best thought I had. That's what I was hoping that they were doing. And I mean, only a handful of people really listened to it and was like, okay, well, let me start doing the things and start getting mad because I don't know if this was just a word from God or what, but I believe it was him because I don't see the enemy doing it. And it was like in the beginning of like 114, And all I heard was, if you couldn't buy anything else, where would you be, right? And it was super kind and super subtle. And I mean, it makes sense. If we could not buy anything else, if you couldn't buy anything else, what would you have? And that was before I had yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, God's voice is very subtle. Well, to me, I don't hear him any other way. And it'd be sounding crazy because people are like, oh, well, how do you hear God? Well, once you build a relationship with him, he talks to you in multiple ways. And my way, one of them, is, like, you know how you talk to yourself and all those things, like in your head, you'll talk and you can hear your own voice. So when the Lord says something to me, it is my voice, but it is the softest, kindest voice that I could ever make. But I can't do it because I'm not that kind and I am fleshy. So yeah, I can't do it. I know the Lord can. I can't. I can't never be that soft. I think if I think if Adam didn't bite the apple, I probably would talk like that. But I'm not. I'm not talking like that at all. I'm all the way. I'm all the way messed up, G. I ain't messed up bad. But I'd say the flesh is weak. Although I feel like I ain't going the wrong way. We're gonna find out on the adventure of nowhere. I need to clean my guns, man. I ain't went to the range twice and ain't cleaned nothing, and I'm putting rounds through them. I for sure need to clean my 22, that poor thing. But it's starting to free spin though. See, people don't know that, right? So when you got revolvers and you open the cylinder and you spin it, you spin the chamber, maybe, I think so. But when you spin that, that has to get worked in. Like, you got to use it. So when people be having revolvers and they be all like stiff, that's because you ain't busting nothing. You ain't putting no rounds to it. It's still new. You gotta break in your guns. Man, I bought this threaded barrel, right? I'm just talking. So I bought this threaded barrel, and when I tell you I shot like 15 rounds out of it. It's for the 9 when I was doing my little clearing drill. That barrel got so hot, it's a wrap. I won't be using that. I don't care if it's threaded, no, I'm not using that. That's like last resort. Like, all my barrels are blown out, and even if my barrels are blown out, I'm still gonna shoot. Like, I'm still shooting because I mean, a blown out barrel, it needs to be it needs to be
Hey, I have a question.
the thread, the thread on the inside, just needs to be rethreaded. I don't even know if that's the real word, but the grooves, that's what it is. The grooves on the inside for the spin of the bullet, that just needs to be done. But yeah, that thing was like beyond hot, and I'm like, oh yeah, this ain't it. This is not it. I don't trust no barrel getting that hot, just from 15 rounds. Like, yeah, if I'd have dumped the 30, then yeah, that thing would have been damn near red. I ain't got time for that. Oh yeah, bro. And then, so I'm in the range, right? And I'm in there. I got 2 lefties next to me, and it's funny because I got my target out, right, and I'm shooting just a little 22, and like, I put my target out, and then both of them try to put their target out further. Like, it pissed me off. I hate when people do that, because if you do that, you better shoot better than me. Period. You have to shoot better than me if you're doing that. because at that point I take it as a challenge. You can't do that. So they're shooting, and then they're shooting. I don't know what they're trying to hit. I kind of figured they were trying to just shoot the orange square in the middle of the person, but it's like, yeah, you're not hitting nothing. So what I did is I just shot and made a hole because I already shot all my targets. It's just there's 3 targets, and so I just shot a hole in the corner, and I sent it all the way to the back. Mind you, I got a little click clack 22. I sent it all the way to the back. I can see the hole, so I wait for it to quit swinging, and I started shooting the hole. The group wasn't that. The group wasn't that good. But it wasn't that bad. Like, it wasn't bad at all. I don't know how big the what's it called, the range is, or the lane, but I'd say it's 35 yards, 30 yards. It has to be longer than 30 because I can see stuff good at 30 yards. So it's probably like 35. It's hard to like really aim at it. You're welcome. But yeah. So with the 22 at like 35 yards, 30 yards, I'm shooting anywhere from a 2.5 inch group to probably like a 6 inch group. It depends how much how much time I'm taking. But what I started doing, because this is like, I mean, kind of common sense. When you're shooting, or when you go to the range, next time you go to the range, send the target to the back and then bring it up to you, or just send it out and start shooting at it while it's moving. Because think about it, if you get into a confrontation with somebody, they're not gonna just stand there and allow you to shoot them. And I've been in shootouts. People be moving, bro. Like, and then they're fast. Like, that's why you zigzag and stuff like that. You could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a bullet. But if it's your time, it's your time. Let your light shine. Hey, it is what it is. But praise the Lord, I've never been shot. Had my ass kicked a few times, or more than a few times. But it's all good. I tell you, I learned to watch my mouth though. But yeah, do that with your targets. Or if you can swing your targets, swing your targets. Start making your targets where they move around. All right, have a good day. I just be talking. I just be talking all freely. I don't give a fuck. What the fuck is going on? Why is everything red? I was about to say all the lights are red. I'm creeped out. But yeah, straight up though. You gotta focus on the things, man. You gotta focus on the little things. Get your mind right. Get your aim right. You gotta focus. Why are you looking at me like that? You just mad because your girl is ugly. Like, man, yeah, I was doing something yesterday, and I was going home. Or no, I was going to get my daughter. Man, I got up off the max. I was walking, man, gun barrel just hanging, or not barrel, but just the booty of it just hanging out. It was no good. I said, oh man, it's some bad work right here. It don't matter, because I mean, what's that gonna mean? Well, it means it's open carry. Go to concealed to open. This is what it is. How you gonna be mad, Mur? You can't be mad, Mur. It doesn't work like that. I'll tell you, it's really It's really interesting that the left, man, is going to the Ranger like that. I can't wait to tell my girl. She gonna think I'm tripping, but I'm like, I'm finna record everybody in there next time I go. If it's the same thing, if it's a whole bunch of left work, yeah, we gonna have to dive into that, G, because I don't believe in it. I don't believe in the left work.